All right, lads. Yesterday we got footage of Caitlin Clark working out with the Indiana Fever, and there was something in that clip that most people completely missed. It wasn't the shot. It wasn't the range. It wasn't even the makes. It was the basketball. Look closely. She's not using the standard WNBA game ball. She's working out with the FIBA molten ball, and that matters a lot more than people realize. With the upcoming FIBA World Cup qualifiers around the corner and Team USA training camp starting soon, this tells you one thing. She's already preparing for international play. And if you've ever played with a FIBA ball, you know it's different. The grip is different. The texture is different. The feel off your fingertips is different. If you're not used to it, your shot can feel completely off. People underestimate how big that adjustment is. The international ball doesn't feel like the standard American game ball. It's slightly different in grip and responsiveness, and that split-second release timing, it changes, especially for elite shooters who rely on touch. The fact that Caitlin is already training with it shows preparation. That's not accidental. Now let's zoom out to Team USA. They're not leaving talent at home. There's no universe where they don't bring their top guards. The bigger question isn't whether stars make the roster. It's how they use them. International play is different. You can body up more. You can't hand check. The spacing feels tighter. The pace can fluctuate. And guards get tested physically. Caitlin might get bodied more. That's fair. But she's also been hand checked relentlessly in the WNBA. In FIBA play, you can chest up defenders, but you can't use your hands the same way. That could actually benefit her. And here's another key detail. The international three-point line in women's play is essentially the same distance as the WNBA line. For someone whose average shot range is already well beyond that, that's not a disadvantage. The real adjustment is rhythm and ball feel. Now, when we talk about fit, this is where it gets interesting. Caitlin is a pure point guard. She needs the ball. She needs tempo. She needs to manipulate coverage. If you stick her at the 2 and tell her to stand in the corner, you're not maximizing her. That's not criticism. That's role clarity. International tournaments are short. You don't have months to experiment. You need players in their natural roles. There's also the broader stylistic question. Does her game translate to FIBA pace? Personally, yes. Because Team USA on the women's side has overwhelming frontcourt dominance. That allows guards to play downhill and push tempo. If they want to impose pace, they can. And here's the thing people forget. FIBA itself knows her value. She's one of the faces of the qualifiers. You don't market someone heavily just to play them 9 minutes off the bench. That's not happening. What will be fascinating is lineup balance. Do they prioritize experience? Do they prioritize plug-and-play versatility? Do they go pure system? Or do they let elite talent dictate structure? Because there's a difference between players who fit into any system and players who are the system. Caitlin is closer to the second category. And that's not a flaw, it's just reality. When she runs the offense, everything flows through her gravity. When she's moved off ball and parked in the corner, you lose what makes her special. So the biggest takeaway from that workout clip isn't hype. It's preparation. She's adjusting early. She's adapting early. She's preparing for international rhythm early. And when elite players prepare early, they usually show up ready. The Spain matchup will tell us a lot. The physicality, the spacing, the pace, the defensive coverages. But if you're betting on preparation, range, and adaptability, you'd feel pretty comfortable with Caitlin Clark walking into FIBA play ready. Anyway, lads, that's the breakdown. Let me know what you think. Will her game dominate internationally, or will the adjustment period be tougher than expected?